You're 22 years old. Your husband is 26. You've been married less than a year. You have a 3-month-old daughter. You're standing in the kitchen of a 750 square foot condo that feels smaller every day. The baby is crying in the next room. The dishes are piled in the sink. And your phone just buzzed with a text from your mother, "We can't keep waiting." The offer is off the table. You turn to your husband. "You did this?" He looks away. "I had to." This is a story about pride, money, and the quiet ways we break each other when we think we're protecting ourselves. It's about the moment you realize the person you love might be right, but still be wrong. And it's about the question that keeps you up at night: when does refusing help become refusing a future? You grew up in two different worlds. Your parents? Successful immigrants. Doctors, lawyers, the kind of people who throw fundraisers and write checks for down payments like it's nothing. Your husband? He came here with almost nothing. Worked 2 jobs in college. Saved every penny. Bought that cramped condo himself. He's proud of that. You are too. But now there's a baby, and the condo feels like a cage, and your mother's offer, just the down payment, could buy you a real house, a real start, a way for you to still go to law school without drowning. And he said no. Not just no, he called your mother behind your back and made sure she'd never bring it up again. You found out the way everyone finds out these things: a casual mention, a slip of the tongue, a text left open on the counter. Your mother had called you earlier, asked if you'd talked to your husband about the house. You said no, not yet. Then she said, "Oh. He already called. Said he appreciated the offer but we shouldn't bring it up again." The floor dropped out. You called him at work. "Did you just make a decision about our future without me?" Silence. Then, "I had to." And just like that, the fight began. You tried to talk. He said it was about dignity. "I don't want to owe your family anything." You said it wasn't charity, it was a down payment, a hand up, not a handout. He said it didn't matter. "They don't respect me. They think I'm not good enough for you." You said that wasn't true. He said it was. And then he cried. And you realized, this wasn't just about money. It was about the way your mother looks at him. The way she's always looked at him. Like he's not enough. Here's the thing no one tells you about marriage: sometimes the person you love is fighting a battle you can't see. Your husband isn't just refusing money. He's refusing to let your family decide his worth. Every time he sees your mother's face, polite, distant, just a little disappointed, he feels it. And when she offers money? It's not help. It's proof. Proof that she still thinks he's failing. And he can't live with that. Not even for you. You accused him of lying. He accused you of not understanding. You said he was choosing his pride over your happiness. He said you were choosing their money over his self-respect. And then you said something you couldn't take back: "If you won't do this for us, what are you doing it for?" He didn't answer. But the silence said everything. You stopped speaking for 3 days. He slept on the couch. You held the baby and stared at the walls of that tiny condo and wondered, is this it? Is this the life you wanted? Or is this the life you settled for? And then your mother called. "I'm sorry," she said. "But the offer's gone." You hung up. You looked at your husband. He was watching you. Waiting. And you realized, the fight wasn't over money. It was over trust. And you weren't sure you had any left. Aftermath: he apologized. Said he was wrong to go behind your back. But he didn't apologize for refusing the money. And you didn't apologize for being angry. Because here's the truth, you both wanted the same thing. A future. A house. A life that didn't feel like a struggle. But you saw the money as a solution. He saw it as a trap. And now the trap is sprung. Moral debate: was he wrong? Or was he right? Is refusing help when you need it the same as refusing to let someone else decide your worth? And if you can't trust each other to make these decisions together, what's left? Specific judgment CTA. So here's the question, if your husband had taken the money, would you have respected him less? Or if he hadn't, would you have loved him more? What's the line between pride and self-sabotage? And when you look at your daughter in that cramped condo, what do you tell her about the choices you made? Here's the expanded narration to append to your script, continuing the story with deeper emotional layers, counterarguments, and a moral reckoning. Family reaction section. Your parents call you the next morning. Your mother's voice is tight, controlled. We tried to help, she says. But he won't let us. You can hear the disappointment, the thinly veiled frustration. Your father chimes in, his tone sharper than usual. This is his problem, not ours. If he won't accept help, that's on him. You hang up, your hands shaking. Your family's judgment isn't just about money now, it's about loyalty. And you're caught in the middle. Your husband's family reacts differently. His mother, when she hears about the fight, just nods. He's always been stubborn, she says in her broken English. But he's a good man. He doesn't want to owe anyone. His father, quieter, just pats his shoulder. Pride is all some of us have, he mutters. You watch them, these people who know hunger, who know what it means to build something from nothing. And for the first time, you understand why your husband feels the way he does. But understanding doesn't make it hurt less. Counterargument from the other side. Your husband's best friend, Javier, stops by one evening. He's heard the story, and he's not here to take sides. Look, he says, leaning forward, your husband's not wrong. But he's not right either. He explains, your parents didn't just offer money. They offered it with conditions. They've never liked him. They've never respected him. And now they're offering help, but only if he plays by their rules. That's not charity. That's leverage. You argue that it's not about control, that they just want to help. Javier shakes his head. People don't give away money for nothing. They give it to change things. And your husband knows that. He's not just refusing money. He's refusing to let them rewrite his story. Evidence details. You dig deeper. You find old texts between your husband and your mother, polite, distant. She asks how he's doing. He replies, short, professional. No warmth. No trust. You confront him. You never told me she was like this. He looks away. I didn't want you to see it. I didn't want you to think less of her. But the evidence is there, the way she calls him your husband instead of by name. The way she asks about his job like she's checking his report card. The way she once, in a moment of unguarded honesty, said, I just hope he doesn't hold you back. He heard that. And he's been fighting it ever since. Aftermath. Months pass. The condo still feels small. Your law school deferral becomes permanent. Your husband works longer hours. You take a part-time job, but it's not enough. The baby grows, but the strain between you doesn't. One night, after a particularly bad fight, you sit on the floor of that cramped living room, holding your daughter, and you realize, you're not just arguing about money. You're arguing about who you are. And you're not sure either of you knows anymore. Final moral debate and specific judgment question. Was your husband wrong to refuse the money? Or was he right to stand his ground? Is pride always selfish, or is there a kind of dignity worth fighting for? And when you look at your daughter, your beautiful, bright-eyed daughter, what do you tell her about the choices you made? Do you tell her that love means always putting the other person first, even if it costs you everything? Or do you tell her that sometimes, the hardest thing to do is let someone love you the way they need to? The question isn't just about money. It's about power. It's about who gets to decide what a family is. And it's about whether you can build a future together when the past keeps pulling you apart. So here's the judgment question, the one that keeps you up at night. If you had to choose between your husband's pride and your family's help, what would you have done? And if you could go back, would you do it differently?